And now we are live. Welcome into Facebook Hotshot Secret Live episode number 138.
You know what's funny? Watching that intro, everybody says welcome to Facebook Live, and it's actually on the notes. It actually says welcome.
It does.
I just thought that was interesting.
We are talking about not gasoline extreme, but Stiction Eliminator for gas applications.
Exactly. Yeah.
And really, we'll even go into defunking it's only for HUE injectors a bit as well. We'll kind of circle around that.
And then Kurt, he's got a question. Josh, he says he uses EDT every fill up. Should he also be using LX4?
You can use both at the same time. So that's one of the few products that we can actually top treat on. So our LX4 we can use with our other diesel treatments as well. There's no harm, anything wrong with doing that. And actually what it does is going to lower down that, or it's actually going to increase the lubricity to lower the wear scar.
Exactly.
So as we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to increase the lubricity, lower the wear scar, lower the chance of causing damaging issues in your fuel system. So is it necessary? Well, if you use even the 1 ounce dose EDT with LX4 in it, we get the wear scar below the EMA recommendation. So it's not that there's not enough lubricity in there, but if you want to make sure and feel confident, sure, absolutely, you can add some more LX4 on top.
Yeah, if you just stick with the normal EDT dose, you're going to be, because sometimes you get fuel that doesn't meet lubricity spec. You use EDT, you'll hit your spec for lubricity, and you'll be pretty well set. But like you said, Josh, a lot of guys, they just kind of better safe than sorry. They always dose with extra lubricity. So, like you said, you don't need to, but you can if you want. It's not going to hurt anything.
Right.
Let's see. David's got a question. He says he's got a 2020 Ram 3500, and he's used Hot Shot's Green Diamond 1030 engine oil in it exclusively since it was at 1,000 miles, and he's had EDT in the tank since brand new. 8 months, 35,000 miles later, no issues. He's been told that using Green Diamond should keep the truck from developing stiction in the first place. So no need for Stiction Eliminator. Is that accurate?
He's accurate. With the FR3, it's in our Green Diamond oil. We're preventing a stiction from happening in the first place. And plus the FR3 in the oil would help clean up anything that might happen along the way. So kind of like double protection. Being Green Diamond, not quite as good of protection as our Blue Diamond, but you can't go wrong with Green Diamond as well. Good economical choice, and if you're changing oil at the right intervals, you're still got great protection there.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, it's got FR3 in there, blended into the oil, and that has cleaning properties. So that should help. Now, I will say, every once in a while, maybe do a quick dose. It really depends on how you drive as well.
And then the other thing is being...
it's brand new, right?
It's brand new,
yeah.
So, 2020, brand new. There's no issues that we know about yet in that engine that would signify that, hey, maybe you should run some as well. If you were going to run it, we'd actually run a half dose or 2 ounce per quart treatment with the with the FR3 already in the oil.
So, David, you're on a great line there. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Let's dive a little bit into using Stiction Eliminator for gasoline vehicles, and we're going to go as far as saying for those non-HUE injected diesels out there.
I'll say for any engine.
Yeah.
Any engine oil can benefit from using Stiction Eliminator.
So what is Stiction Eliminator? It's pretty simple. It's an oil additive, so it's actually going to replace part of the oil in your engine, and it's a deep clean, not using detergents, where we're actually going to pick up any of the burnt oil in the engine and dissolve it back into the oil so it can be filtered properly. So we don't have to worry about chunks or anything like that. We don't have to worry about flushing it out right away afterwards or anything. There's no harsh detergents or anything like that. Plus, we have protection in there with our FR3 nanotechnology as well.
That's what makes it unique is one, it cleans, and two, it lubricates as well. And a lot of products you'll find, it usually only does one or the other. Think about like the dump and flush stuff. You add it to the oil, you're running for 15 minutes, and then you have to get rid of it. Well, that's because it's got these harmful solvents and things in it. It's actually going to do more harm. It'll clean, but then you got to get it out of there right away. So no issue here. No harsh solvents or anything in Stiction Eliminator. And like you said, Josh, you keep it in the whole time.
Yes.
No matter how long that is.
And then how does it help my vehicle? Well, it's pretty simple. Anything that the oil touches, it gets wet by oil, we're cleaning and then we're adding lubricant or lubrication to it to reduce wear. So in most vehicles, we're talking about the rings, we're talking about all the small crevices in the engine as well.
Turbo bearing?
Yeah, so a turbocharged, we're talking about turbos, and that's a huge place where we find stiction. As a turbo sits after the engine's turned off, if the oil kind of sits in there, it actually just cooks and bakes.
Yeah.
Turbo bearings get, hundreds and hundreds of degrees past the point where oil will start just boiling away.
Sizzling and
Yep.
cakes on there.
Cakes on there. So that's where Stiction Eliminator comes in there to help remove that. And we can keep it away by using FR3 as well.
Exactly.
David has a good question again on YouTube. Is there a chance that Stiction plays a part in the active fuel management lifter if failures on the GM 5360s and 62 motors?
That's funny you ask. I wonder if he's seen a post on our Facebook page or not.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that, Josh?
Yeah. So R&D is starting to actually look into that issue as well. Not so much with the failure, but with the noisiness, the typewriter tick that they're known for. We know Stiction Eliminator helps Hemi engines with that problem.
Exactly. Yep.
And it's a different problem than the active fuel management on these GM engines that David's referring to. But we're actually looking for testers. So if you go to our Facebook page, you'll see a post over there and a link to sign up to be a tester. We're giving away product. It's actually Stiction Eliminator is what we're testing out. So we want to get some feedback. We want to get a couple hundred people involved, find out, get a consensus, does it help with noise? Has it helped with fuel economy? We got a battery of questions.
We have a theory in our head, and we think we might have a solution for it. But like you said, we want to do some testing. So if you got one of those, or you know somebody who does, reach out to us. Like I said, we're doing a couple hundred people to do some testing.
Chad, do you remember what that link was? I thought it was / like LS testing or LS test or something like that. I just can't remember, but we'll comment below as well once we figure it out. But
that's what I'm glad they asked, because that's kind of what we do here at Hot Shots, right? We try to uncover these certain we do problem-specific products.
Yeah, exactly. So we found a problem, and we're going to try and solve it. I'm just going to see if good old Stiction Eliminator just can't do that. And I believe we're right on the right track, because what's really going to help with the noise there is the FR3 and Stiction Eliminator, because we're adding that extra boundary lubrication there, that extra layer of protection against wear, and we know for a fact that it quiets down noisy engines.